You already thought of a number between 1 and 3 as soon as you saw me. So, what is the number? If it is number 1, card 1 for this week, December 9th to December 13th, is the Two of Pentacles with the Seven of Cups. The Two of Pentacles is really asking us to find balance in our power. Where are we feeling more empowered? Where are we feeling less empowered? What does power even mean to me? Because the Seven of Cups is also about emotional confusion. So as much as we're trying to find our power this week, it's almost a little bit confusing being like, do I have this type of power? Do I have this type of security within that power? That's the biggest thing that they try to convince us of, is our own power. That's what's more terrifying than not actually recognizing the power that we have. I'm more afraid of knowing I have power and not using it than not having power. You know what I mean? So this week, December 9th and 13th, figure out what is power to you. Is it the fact that you're socially adaptable? Is it the fact that you're friendly, that you're kind? Like, there are so many different multitudes when it comes to power, and there's different facets associated with power, but we get to the point where it's just power is money and respect. No, there is so much more empowerment through helping the community, through activism, things like that, right? So find what makes you feel strong, and then you'll start to be able to understand, okay, that's why I'm a little confused over if I have power or claim in this partnership or in this situation, because I don't even know what power is, right? So just because I don't have money to contribute to that situation doesn't mean I'm not contributing so much more. And that's what I want to get a hold of and understand, and not be so confused by it, because then there'll be a better exchange of energy once I know what I'm actually contributing, without feeling like I'm not contributing enough because there's no dollar amount or something like that associated with it. So this week, find out what power means to you. See where you have it within your life, see where you don't have it, and it will explain a lot of this emotional confusion that you've been experiencing because you don't know what your assets are. All right, card number 2 was awesome. It was the Eight of Swords. When I say awesome, I mean it's because the Eight of Swords popped out, which represents feeling like we don't have a lot of power. Once again, that sword energy with the 8 energy, it's a thought process, and the 8 is very much about abundance and manifesting that abundance as well. It's what goes around comes around. So when it comes to the 8 energy, it's about abundance of thought, right? Like I was just talking to a client who, I thought that she was in a horrible position, homeless, basically living out of her car. And then I'm looking around and she's showing me like her field full of cars. They don't run or anything like that, but for me, all I want is a car. So I'm seeing that someone has an abundance of cars that they can either drive or sell or utilize. And it's something that I want so much. But I had to check myself to be like, all right, this person has an abundance of vehicles. I have a lack of vehicles, but where do I have an abundance of whatever? I have an abundance of whatever, right? Like, so being aware of what is ours, what is theirs, and what we have access to is the first step in recognizing our potential manifestation power. What we're not seeing is that our thoughts are really pinning us down. Our thoughts are really the catalyst here, saying, listen, you're not strong enough, you don't have this, blah, 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 blah. Well, what about this? What do you lack? No, our thoughts are our biggest hindrance right now if you chose card number 2, because we're telling ourselves that we don't have abundance, we don't have power, we don't have manifestation, but truly it's our thoughts that are blocking us from actualizing what it is we even want. At the end of the day, do I want a car? No, I'm thinking about the insurance and the maintenance. Yeah. What I want is the freedom to be able to get to where I need to go without having to stress. So I'm able to now pull away the car manifestation and just focus on getting to where I need to go without any delays or obstacles, without having to pay for it, with just freedom, right? So pull back all of your manifestations, figure out what it is you truly want and why. Why do you want $1 million? Oh, I want to take my family on a cruise. Why not just manifest the cruise? Which actually is easier. Spend 4 hours entering contests specifically for cruises, no purchase necessary, and that is easier than you trying to manifest the money in order to take your family on a cruise. Like literally. And then that way it's clean cut. Because if I manifest $1 million and I tell myself I'm going to take my family on a cruise, when I get that check, am I actually going to be taking my family on a cruise? No, but if I won a cruise for my family, no way around it. So the universe wants to deliver what you want, but it first wants to know what you want. It's not about the end goal, it's about what's deeper in that end goal. What is it really? What's the deepest layer? It's not the cruise, it's the quality time with my family. That's an easy manifest. Everybody come over, let's talk about our past cruises, right? All right, if you chose card number 3, this one was super interesting. There is something karmically going on. And if you don't believe in past lives, now is the time to really anchor in the fact that it does exist. We've reincarnated multiple times, and karmically, there is something in your life happening this week that wants your attention, okay? And this card was face down. It's the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups, when it is face down, it's a recognition that we have been really pushing down our sense of security. We really want security. That's all we think about, it's all we feel about, and that security is causing a little bit of boredom because all we need is a security for our family to make them feel secure, to make us feel secure. But emotionally, it's very boring, right? There's really no creative expression when it comes to making rent. You know what I mean? I've been listening to 528 hertz frequency music, and it's been really enhancing my creativity. You think I want to work? No, I want to focus on my passion projects. I don't want to work, right? So at the end of the day, this boredom that we're experiencing is linked to our past life. And I pulled a past life card, and it's the arts. We had a past life of being able to be that artist. Back in the day, millionaires and like affluent people would hire artists to live at their compound, to live at their home. They could bring their family and they live there for a year and just create. And they're completely funded and supported. So if you chose card number 3 this week, December 9th, karmically, you have a past life in the arts in which all of your needs were provided for you to be creative. So now in this lifetime, it feels really degrading that you have to focus on your security when emotionally you know that there are opportunities for you to be able to focus on your artistry, whatever that is, without having to worry about rent, and to focus on your creativity as well without having to worry about security. So karmically, it wants you to look back at that past life and say, all right, I've done it before, I've experienced it. I can't now experience that in this lifetime. I have to experience the struggling artist creativity, or the blocks to my creativity because of having to work or because of having to make money, etc., etc. So it is a past life debt or karmic bond that you want to try and release. Once you release it, you'll start to really feel the abundance flowing in, and therefore you can have your sense of security without having to sacrifice your artistry and your creative expression. All right, have an amazing week. I'll see you next week. Bye.